Hello students, welcome to my class. Today we are going to discuss few questions related to JEE main examination. Actually, we have studied the theory. Now, how to implement those theories in questions, that's the main thing, because maximum number of questions are asked from this topic in competitive examination, whether it is JEE main or JEE advanced. Clear, friend? So let's start with the topic, that is question answer round. Now let's move to the question number 1. Look at the question. The following reaction is performed at 298 Kelvin. Clear to you? This is the reaction. The standard free energy of formation of NO is 86.6 kilojoule per mole. What is given here? Look at the standard free energy, delta G free energy of NO. This is, and it is given here 86.6. Now, what is the standard free energy of the formation of NO2? What we have to find in this question, friend? That is, we have to find the standard free energy of NO2, and the data is given here. That is Kp is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power 12. Now, how to find? That's the question given, and we have to move here, and this is the equation. Clear? Now, how to solve? Wait for a moment. Listen carefully. This is the solution of the question. Now, what is the expression here? 2NO plus O2, which gives you 2NO2. Clear? This is the expression. Now, we have to find the delta G of NO2. Now, as we know, what is the standard expression? Delta GF is equal to NO2, clear to you, 2 minus delta Z formation of NO plus delta Z formation of O2. This is the standard expression. Clear? As we all know, delta ZF is equal to minus RT ln K. Remember this? Delta Z is equal to minus RT ln K. Now, 2 delta ZF NO2. Now, we can write here, because we have to find this expression, that is delta GF. So, we can write here X also. Put here X. Clear to you? What is the value of delta Z formation of NO? That is, sir, the value is, according to the question, 86.6 kilojoule per mole. And for O2 standard form, that is equal to 0. Clear, friend? Now, what to do next? Then what will happen? Minus RT ln K. Here is given Kp. So, put here ln Kp is equal to X minus 86.6 kilojoule per mole. You can convert it into joule by multiplying by 1000. Clear? Now, how to find the value of X? So, the final expression X is equal to, this will move here, that is 86600 minus RT ln K. Now, what is the value of Kp? That is 1.6 into 10 to the power 12. Clear to you? Now, if you solve this expression, then you can easily get the answer. And this is X, and this is the standard free energy of formation of NO2. Nothing special in this case. As we know, delta G is equal to minus 2.303 RT log K. In terms of Kc, it can be written minus 2.303 RT log Kc or log Kp. In terms of ln, then it can be written like this, minus RT ln K, and this is the expression. So, for this expression, delta GF is equal to 2 moles here, delta G formation of NO2, it can be treated as, we assume that it is a value of X, minus 2 moles. So multiply here. One more thing, there is a mistake here because here is 2 mole. Put here 2. Clear to you? Now 2 multiply, and one more thing here, why here is 2, put here 2x. Clear? Now this is the expression. Now x is equal to, we can write here 2 multiply and 2x, and x is equal to 2 multiply. Is it visible to you? Wait for a moment. That is the 2x is equal to 2 multiply 86600 minus RT ln. Now x is equal to, what will happen? 1 by 2, 2 multiply 86600 minus RT ln 1.6 into 10 to the power 10. One more thing I am going to mention. Sometimes student, what they do, NO2, they do not multiply with this stoichiometric coefficient. They do not multiply this. You have to focus on this. Put here not x, put here 2x. Put here not 86.2 multiply 86.6. This is the big concerning. During solving, we know during examination we have less time, so we are in a hurry. Sometimes what happens? There is mistakes. So in this case, be careful, check out the things. Now what is the expression is 2 into 86600, check out 2 into 86600 minus r. What is the value of t? Minus RT ln 1.6. So here the value of t, tell me, 298. So final expression x is equal to, x will come, 2 will come here, that is 1 by 2, that is 0.5, 1 by 2 equal to 0.5, 2 into 86600 minus RT ln Kp. Clear? So among all the expression, this one is the correct one. Clear? If you have any doubt, you can check it out. Now I'm going to rub this part and we'll discuss the next one. Now what will happen in the next question? Let's see. Wait for a moment. Now this is the question number 2. Look at the value of log K for a reaction. We have to find the value of log K, that is given delta RH, S, delta H and delta S, and the value of R. So here we have to find the relation between, that is delta G and log K, and delta G and delta R and delta S. So tell me what will happen in this case. Do you remember, friend? Sir, yes sir, we do. That is what will happen. As we know, delta Z is equal to delta H minus T delta S. Clear? And delta G is equal to minus 2.303 RT log K, and equal to delta H minus T delta S. Clear? Now log K is equal to delta H minus T delta S upon 2.303 RT. Clear to you? Put here minus sign. Clear, friend? Now here given the delta H is equal to minus 54.07 kilojoule per mole, and delta R is equal to 10. Here kilojoule, here joule. So we have to convert them into joule. Otherwise the question will be wrong. So what to do here? Put here delta H is equal to minus 54.07 into 10 to the power 3 minus T. What is the value of T? Look at here. That is 298. What is the value of delta S? The value of delta S is 10. Clear? Now upon 2 point, wait for a moment, friend. Upon 2.303 R. What is the value of R here? Put here 8.314, and T is equal to 298. Clear? This is the expression. Put here minus sign and log K. That will give the final answer. Clear to you? Now check one more thing. That is, sometimes we people mistakes that we do not convert the digit. Here is 10 joule, here is 10 kilojoule. So in this case we have to focus all quantities, all terms are in a same units, otherwise the question will be wrong. So be careful, check the everything, otherwise you won't get the expression. One more thing I have to mention here, the value of r should be taken 8.314, not 0.0821. clear? So this is the final expression in this case, that is log k, and if you solve this expression then definitely you will get the answer. So the answer in this case is 10. Clear? Now I am going to rub this part and we'll discuss the next one. Wait for a moment. Now move to question number 3. Clear? Wait for a moment, friend. This is the question. The direct conversion of A to B is difficult. Hence, it is carried out by the following path. That is, first we'll move from A to C, then we'll move from C to D, then from D to B. That is the path. And what we have to do? We have to find out delta S A to B. As we know, entropy is a state function. Remember this? So what to do here? Delta S A to B. Clear? How to reach there? Equal to delta S A to C, first path. Clear? Now second one is delta S C to D, second path. Clear to you? And the plus delta S D to B is very simple. Now delta S A to B will be equal to, put the value of delta S A to C, that is 50, put here 50, and C to D 30, and D to B plus minus 20. So delta S A to B is equal to 80 minus 20, that is 60 plus 60 EU. Clear to you? Now tell me what is the correct option. So B is the correct option. This is the answer of question number 3. It is very easy. A to B, C to D, then D to B, then we have to find the entropy. This is the path function. We can also write the question in another terms also. That is, if I join here, that is the complete cyclic process, and the cyclic process, tell me the value will be equal to 0. Remember this. So if I join this one, that is the question pattern. Now for cyclic process, the entropy change is 0. If I use this method, then we can say easily, that is delta S A to C, visible to you, plus delta S C to D, clear to you, plus delta S D to B, the next pattern, and plus delta S B to A, clear to you, equal to 0. We have to find the value of delta A to B. Clear what I am telling? Listen carefully. Now put here A to C, put here value, and minus delta S B to A, and minus delta S B to A will be equal to delta S A to B. We will get the answer. For a cyclic process, as we all know, entropy change is 0. Clear, friend? So lots of things are there. It is totally depends upon the approach. How do you solve the question? Clear? Now I'm going to rub this part and we'll moving towards the next question. Wait for a moment. The next question, look at. 2 mole of an ideal gas expand isothermally and reversibly from 1 liter to 10 liter at 300 Kelvin. What is the enthalpy change? What is given here? We have to find the value of enthalpy change. We people know delta H is equal to NCP delta T. Remember this expression? Clear? Delta H is equal to NCP delta T. What is the process? Oh sir, this is isothermal process. If there is a isothermal process, then delta T is equal to 0. Put this value here. What will happen in this case? Tell me. If we put this value here, then delta H will be equal to 0. This is completely theory based question, and These questions are directly from JEE Mains, previous year JEE Mains examination. You can easily solve such kind of questions if you have a strong theory, because the questions requires this question requires your skill, how you approach the question, how you apply the formula. You have lots of questions, you can solve many questions, but the main things is the quality of the question, the pattern of the question. If you solve the best pattern, best type of question, then definitely you can solve the rest of questions also. Clear to you, friend? Now I'm going to wrap this part and moving to the next point, next question. Now look at the question. Tell me what will happen in this case. Check it out. 1 mole of a non-ideal gas undergo a change of state. 2 atm, 3 liter at 390 ppm. This is a state 1. We can say this is a state 1. And 2, P2 is 4 atm, 5 liter and 2. This is the state 2. Clear to you? With a change in internal energy, okay, that's good. Delta is given. The change in enthalpy of the process. So friend, what to do? Tell me. Here, change in enthalpy. I know you can easily assume, as I told you, if there is a state change, then definitely there is a value of enthalpy also changes. So, how to approach the question, friend? Here is also a change in pressure and change in volume also. And what is the relation between delta H and delta E? Tell me, friend, where are you looking? Look at me. How to solve the question? Sir, it's not so much tough. The formula delta H is equal to delta U plus delta PV. Remember? Yes, sir. Remember. Do you remember the delta H? Another formula? So delta H is equal to delta U plus delta NGRT, because PV is equal to nRT. Two formula, but here P and V is given. So we'll apply this formula. Clear to you? Now let's move and we are going to solve the question. It's very simple. Look at me, what I'm telling. Don't look at here and there. Only focus on the question. That is 30 plus the expression delta PV. That is 2, 5 minus 3 plus 5, 4 minus 2. Now solve the expression. 3 plus 4 plus, that is 5 into 2, that is 34 plus 10, that is 44 liter ATM. This is a simple expression. Clear to you? Delta U plus delta PV, and if we put the value of the all digit, then we'll get the expression. Clear, friend? Is it clear to you? If you have any doubt, you can easily approach to me. So what is the answer of this question? Sir, the answer of this question is C, that is 44. Tell me, friend, are you getting these questions or not? Is it simple or tough? You can easily approach to me. You can ask me maximum number of questions from anywhere you want. Now let's move to the next question. This is the graphical question. Read the question carefully what the question says. The reversible expansion of, this is of an ideal gas under adiabatic and isothermal condition. Okay, this one is isothermal and this one is adiabatic. Clear to you? There is two expression, isothermal and adiabatic. Is given in the figure. Which of the following statement is incorrect? We have to find out the incorrect statement. That is, first of all, we have to find the correct statement. So tell me what to do. According to the question, you have to solve me. So please look at this one is a graph of isothermal and this one is a graph of adiabatic. As we know, if the process is isothermal, then there is no change in temperature. That is, initial temperature will be equal to final temperature. This one is initial and this one is final. So in this case, T1 is equal to T2. That is the first expression. Am I right or wrong? So you are absolutely right. Now this is the adiabatic expansion. Adiabatic expansion brings cooling. Then definitely if we compare these two temperature, then if it brings cooling, then T3 is less than T1. This is the next question, next expression. Now look at the graph. As we know, area under PV graph gives you friend work. If I talk about isothermal process, this cover this region, and if I talk about adiabatic process, then this one cover. Look at which one will cover more space. So isothermal, because in isothermal, wait for a moment, let me use colorful blue pink color, then you can easily understand this one and this one. Now this one is the work done for isothermal process. Clear? This region will give you a work done. And if I take the graph for adiabatic for this, now look at, this is the region for adiabatic process and this one start for isothermal. Then definitely by looking at this graph, that is work done for isothermal is more in comparison to work done in adiabatic. So second one is work done isothermal is greater than work done adiabatic. Clear to you? This is the next one. Now what? Delta U, as we know, is very simple. Isothermal process, the change in internal energy is more than the change in internal energy in adiabatic process. Why? Because T3 is less than T1, and in this case, and in case of isothermal process, NCP dt, we people write this, if dt is equal to 0, then delta U is equal to 0 in case of isothermal process, but adiabatic process, delta U will be negative. So definitely isothermal process has high value of internal energy in case of adiabatic process. Clear? Now which one is correct option? T1, T2, this one. T3 greater than T1, no. Cooling, T3 less than T1, then definitely sir this one is the incorrect condition, because first A, C and D all are correct, we have proved this, but B is incorrect because the correct relation is T3 less than T1. Clear? By using the graph we can easily solve such kind of question. So for this the B is the correct option. Clear friend? If you, again I am telling, if you have any doubt, one more thing, here I didn't use the sign convention, because if you use the sign convention then work done will be negative. Clear to you? Just for the question we have just write down the expression. Clear? Now let's move to the next question. What the last third question says, seventh question, this one. What the question say, listen carefully. For an ideal gas, consider only PV work in going from initial state X to a final state Z. Okay, the final state Z can be reached by either of the two paths shown in the figure. Okay, we can follow the path X to Y and Y to Z, and directly from X to Z. Okay, clear to you? As we know, for a cyclic process, that is the expression, the delta X is equal to 0, then we can write like this, delta X, X to Y, clear, plus delta S, Y to Z, and plus delta S, Z to S equal to 0. This is a simple explanation. Now what will happen? We can write delta S, X to Y, plus delta S Y to Z is equal to minus delta S Z to X. Am I right or wrong? Sir, you are wrong. No sir, you are correct. Now what to do? Delta S X to Y plus delta S Y to Z equal to delta S S to Y. It can be written like this, delta S S to Y will be equal to minus delta S Z to X. This is the first expression. or you can write that is it depends upon the initial and final position. You can directly write delta as S2y equal to delta as S2z equal to delta as S2y plus y2z. Simple, because entropy only depends on initial and final position. Or it's better to write here to like this, because here we have to find the relation. So in this case, how to find the relation is better to use for a cyclic process, otherwise you will be confused. If you put this expression, then you do not need to check out this one, because here is the initial and final one. Now, so this case the A option is definitely correct. Now check out the B, C and D. If I talk about Wxz, Wxy plus Wyz, if I talk about the work done in Wyz, look at here, there is no change in volume. If there is no change in volume, we people know y2z is equal to 0. Here no expression, that is xz equal to xy plus yz, here is written, mention here. So this one is not correct. And wxy, yz and z, this is also a wrong. And as we know, if we compare the entropy, this is the correct option. So B, C and D is wrong and A is the correct option. So for this case, that is A is the correct expression. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is question number 8. The species which by definition has zero standard molar enthalpy of formation at 298 Kelvin, that is the room temperature. We people know the standard enthalpy will be equal to 0 when the element or molecules are in a standard condition. In all the cases at room temperature, bromine is in liquid state, H2O is a liquid state, CH4 is also, but in case of Cl2, this is the standard condition. Cl2, chlorine at room temperature is a gas. If a element or a molecule is in a standard condition, then their standard molar enthalpy of formation is taken as 0. So the answer is B. Clear? Now I'm going to rub this part and we'll discuss the next one. Now tell me what will happen in this case. Delta H formation for CO2, CO and H2O are given. The standard enthalpy change for the reaction. This reaction, enthalpy change, that is delta H is equal to, for reaction standard, then what will happen? It can be written like this. Wait for a moment. Standard enthalpy of the reaction is equal to summation of heat of formation of product, clear to you, minus summation of heat of formation of reactant. Clear? Now put the value. What is product? That is CO and H2O. What is the value of for CO? CO is the value is 110.5. and for H2O minus 241, that is delta HR is equal to, for CO that is minus 110.5 plus H2O that is minus 241.8, all are in a same kilojoule, minus what is the reactant? Reactant, there is a CO2, the value of CO2 is minus 393.5 and for O2 the value is 0. Clear? Now what will happen? Minus 110.5 minus 241.8 plus 393.5. Clear to you? What will happen? Calculate them. Minus 13, then what will happen? 4112. Clear to you? 415, 213, 352 plus 0.3 plus 393.5. Now plus minus minus, what will happen? Minus will get around, the answer is in plus 41.2. Add them, 325, 213, 549. That is 41.2 kilojoule per mole. So this is the expression. Clear to you? Now I'm going to rub this part and we'll discuss the next one. The next question is, tell me what will happen. Listen carefully. That is, consider the following reaction occurring in an automobile. The sign of delta H, delta S and delta G. We people know if the process is spontaneous, then delta H negative, delta S there is an increase in entropy, and delta G is negative. Is very completely theory based question. So which option has this value? Delta H positive. This one is not a correct option. Delta H negative, delta S positive and delta G negative. So for this the option B is correct. So friend, this is the last question of today's lecture. I think now you can easily solve the questions if you have a strong theory. If you have any doubt related to the question, then you can easily approach to me. Sometimes I skip a step because we have to solve the question in a certain interval of time. So if you do not understand, if you have any doubt, then I am always here to serve you. Ask me. I will give you many more suggestions related to the question solving strategy. Clear friend? We will meet again. Thank you so much. Bye bye.